What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do a video on the Backyard Sports series. I love these games as a child. I remember going to what we call the substation as when I was in like an elementary school and stuff like that, and it was like there would be cops around and everything, and they would have us sit down. It was like an after school program. We'd go do homework for a little bit, and then they would allow us to go on their computers. And on the computers, they had different games. They had just like Sims and stuff like that. But one of them was backyard baseball, backyard football, backyard basketball. Yeah, I loved backyard baseball. It was such a good game, and I loved the series ever since. But there's not like there's games for it, but I mean, to my knowledge, I've never seen maybe like out of probably maybe some PBC figure or something like that. But I would love to have some of like the neighborhood kids. I love this, like the whole aspect of that. Like it just speaks to the nostalgia in my heart of having those neighborhood kids from all different walks of life, all different races, genders, whatever, all come out and they can come out and just play. This is what we did as growing up, as kids. So those games really spoke to me. Having some kids, wearing nicer clothes, having some kids wearing no shoes at all, having that one kid that was just a beast and everything that he did, and we all had friends like those. So those kind of games kind of stuck with me, and being able to actually get them back on like my PS5, I sit up here sometimes and I still play backyard baseball. So I would love to have some type of representation in my collection for just the games themselves. So this video is all about what a potential backyard series will look like. So let's go check out the gang, and I'm going to bring some other kids along too. Some of the more childhood figures I have in my collection. You'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, let's take a look. If you could start off a collection with the GOAT of GOATs of the Backyard Sports series, whether it was baseball, football, basketball. I never really played the soccer, but I assume he's going to dominate in that one too. But you start off with Pablo Sanchez. Like, if you played these games, you know who Pablo is. Like, Pablo was the best player in the entire franchise. There's no arguing it. So I'll start him off. I mean, we got him in, this could be a kids line version, and then we can have a little adult collector type. There's, two different types. Gotta give everybody a little, it's people like a little 5 POA, some might like a little more articulation. And if you got him, you gotta have Pete Wheeler. You'll throw Pete Wheeler in there. Again, you can have your kid version, you can have the adult version. Tony Del Vecchio, he was another GOAT. He wasn't the best, but that boy was swaggy. Like, let's be real, Tony Del Vecchio was the man. Like, even when he got out, you weren't too mad. You're like, all right, Tony, like, just go sit your ass down somewhere. And then you go from him to one of the best players in baseball, Keisha Phillips. She was like an instant home run. Like, every time she touched the ball, it was gone. So I mean, jump in there with Keisha Phillips again. You got both. You got the kid version and maybe the adult collector line. Kenny Kawaguchi, and he was a stud in a lot of sports too. Jocinda Smith, she was another one. Stephanie Morgan. Now, I mean, Stephanie Morgan, I don't know why. Again, AI stuff, the gender renders and stuff, it does what it wants sometimes. So I don't know why the one says Maxwell. I don't know why it says Maxwell, but it just is what it is. Like, I can't. It was like fighting me tooth and nail too. It was like, your name's Maxwell, and I was like, I literally would make Stephanie Morgan and it'd be like, nah, this looks like a Maxwell. Okay. This is what we're going with. Cool. Going on from them, you got Ernie Steele, who, yes, he was a beast in basketball and football. Wasn't great in baseball, but he was good in those two. Wonder why. But you had Ernie Steele. Yeah, Ricky Johnson. Ricky Johnson was another good one. Those are two go-tos in certain games, not all. Then you had the Twins. Y'all were some real ones if you knew who the Twins were. Amir and Ahmed Khan, like, they were tough. Like, those two were nice. And I mostly mained baseball. And Amir was like a solid hitter, and no, Ahmed was a solid hitter. Amir was like more power. He was like random because he was the younger brother, so he was followed Ahmed around. But like, on the real and on the like low key, Amir was the way better player. So if you pick one of the two, you had to go with Amir. Then you had Dante Robinson. He was just a cool little kid. He was okay in certain sports. I think he was really tough in basketball though. I don't remember fully if he was good in football, but I know like baseball he was okay. But basketball, Dante was tough. And so was Jocinda. Jocinda was like real nice in basketball. Then you had like Mikey Thomas. He was a good one. And I feel like, again, you have a little 5 POA line. I would love to even have like a Vinny the Gooch, because he seemed like the coolest kid ever, and he like never really played anything. And then off of that, I love when they started pulling out some figures of like NFL athletes, but as kids, and basketball athletes as kids. So I feel like it will be something fun and something different and unique, and that speaks to me in my childhood and my heart. And I feel like I would, if they ever came out with figures like these, I'd buy them all day. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Joey Collects. This video was fun. I had a lot of fun going back and looking at just first off bringing some of my toys out and seeing potentially how a line of these kids could kind of fit in with the rest of the toys I have. A lot of the other ones I have, they're older, so you're gonna see more just PVC style, maybe from 5 POA style. So to get honestly two kind of different ideas, you can have more of a smaller kind of kid toy line, or just a 5 POA line, or you can have some figures that are more soft goods or have some more accessories, just more articulation. So it's cool to have a little mix of both and see what you would kind of want. Would you want more of an updated style just to be more of a modern collector, or would you like more of a 5 POA just to kind of mix it a little bit more with the other figures you might have if you're more of a vintage guy? It was cool to see, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, one, if you had or if you played the Backyard Sports series, basketball, baseball, football. Let me know what your favorite one was. Let me know who your favorite characters were, because again, for me, I was Pablo Sanchez all day. I was all about him. Pete Wheeler, Tony DeVecchio was my guy, and I have others that I love to main mostly. Like if I was playing, I was picking these 4 to 5, whatever. If it was baseball, I was picking these groups. Like you always had your main. Yeah, certain ones you always stayed away from, because like this one can't hit, this one can't shoot, this one can't kick. I ain't picking these dudes. But the other ones, yeah, I was all about them. Let me know down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep it locked to the channel, because there's so much more coming up. I'm having fun. Hope you are too. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.